This episode of CleaningBiz.tv is made possible by the janitorialstore.com, publisher of the new DVD, How to Walk Through and Measure a Building for a Cleaning Proposal. Coming up on today's show, Steve is going to help me answer some viewer questions. I'm Jean Hansen, and this is a show that will help you turn your vision into a successful cleaning business. Hi everyone, I asked Steve to join me again today to answer some viewer questions, so we're going to get right to it. Are you ready?
I'm about as ready as I can be, I guess.
Okay. First question, we have a signed contract with a business with 30 days cancellation clause. They fired us today with no notice. How much do you push the fact that they didn't give a 30-day notice? Should I just go ahead and bill them for the next 30 days? And we were let go on price, not performance, if that makes any difference in your opinion.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good question, because that's happened to us, as you know.
Yep.
And typically what I would do is I'd base it on my relationship with that customer. If they were a pain in the butt to deal with, I normally would just say, okay, you didn't give us our notice, we're going to bill you for the additional 30 days. But if we had a good, strong relationship with that customer, then I'd just say that's fine. We'll make the arrangements, make sure that that everything, the transition goes smoothly, and keep that relationship strong, because you don't know if we may have to come back and work for them again, because in most cases in that scenario, when it's all price driven, more than likely they're going to call you back and ask for your help. So don't burn that bridge.
Right,
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, number 2. Do you need OSHA safety training when you use all natural, non-toxic products?
Oh boy, yeah, I think we've heard that one before, haven't we? But still they're chemicals. So you still need to have a safety program in place, and you should be training all your employees on your chemicals that you use. In one of the safety training programs is chemical safety. So yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a green chemical or if it's just a standard conventional chemical. You still need to have training for that product.
Right. Okay, number 3. Is there a green way to remove hard water mineral stains from toilet bowls?
Oh boy, we were one of the first green cleaning companies way back when nobody even knew what it was. And that was one of the challenges that we had, is that even though we're using environmentally safer green products, we still had issues on some of the things that we were cleaning. And one of those was toilet bowls, because we didn't have a good enough product that would remove the lime deposits or the hard water. So we typically would have to go back to a conventional bowl cleaner to remove it. That has changed a little bit today. Today you do have more choices, so chances are that you will be able to find a product that will do a much better job to remove those soils.
So you really need to just check with your local distributor and see what they carry, and do a little research, basically.
Yeah, you really do, and try some different products. They're all different. Some are better than the others.
Right.
But yeah, you're just gonna have to try some.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, here's our last question. I have 2 ladies that work together. They are decent cleaners, but one is really slow, and I'm not sure how to handle it because they're a mother and daughter team. A job that takes 2.5 hours is taking them 3 hours. Frankly, I only need the mother, not both. Any suggestions on how to deal with this?
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, I think if you don't need a team working in the location, you shouldn't have a team working there.
Right.
And let's say you do have a location where you need a team of 2 or 3 or whatever that may be, you have to make sure that everybody understands that they have a time limit. You have to, we used to call it hitting our mark, and if we had 2 hours or 2.5 hours to get the job completed, that's what we had. And it didn't matter if it was 1 person, 2 people, or 3 people. That's the time that we had allowed. So first of all, you need to do that.
What about just retraining the one that's slow? Because it sounds like she does a good job, but she's slow. It sounds like it's the daughter, not the mother. So, wouldn't you just want to retrain and be proactive that way?
Yeah, well, that'd be one of the steps that you would take, is to first evaluate the training that has taken place, and make sure that the person is following your training program. In most cases, what happens is that the person will tweak your training program a little bit to meet their own needs, and that does affect the time that it takes for them to clean or the production rate. So always go back and review that first. and make sure that everybody's on the same page there.
Right. So I think, it's important that you give them every opportunity to improve, first of all. And so if that's not working, then the next step would actually be to make sure that you document everything, first of all. Because if you do end up needing to fire the daughter, you want to have all your documentation in place, have all your ducks in a row. And then what happens if you fire one? What's typically happens if you fire a mother-daughter team?
Well, you lost them both.
Yeah.
And you can count on that. So before you start to take any action, make sure you have your ducks in a row and have some possible people that's going to take over these accounts. Because as Jean said, you let the daughter go, the mother's probably right behind her. She'll quit on you.
Yep, exactly. All right, well, thanks, Steve. Now, if you have any additional questions for us, just go above the video at cleaningbiz.tv and click on Ask Us, and there's a form that you can fill out to ask us your questions. That's it for today's show. Now, if you'd like more personalized help and resources, be sure to sign up for membership to either thejanitorialstore.com or myhousecleaningbiz.com. I'm Jean Hansen, and you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Just look for the links at cleaningbiz.tv. And remember, inaction may feel safe, but action can move mountains. See you next time.